Welcome back to Around the Block Volleyball. Today we're taking a look at each of the League One volleyball teams and picking out players who we think need to step up their play for either their team's sake or for the sake of the league. I think first we should just get into how we pick these players, what we're looking for, maybe while we're picking players. So I guess just to explain the idea of maybe for their team's sake versus for the league. For their team's sake, it's kind of like, okay, what do they need? Which players need to perform better to make their team specifically just a better team?
Yeah.
And then for the league, it's a little bit more of a popularity or viewership thing. So we're going to be looking at players who could be popular and maybe just need to play a little bit better to really rein in more viewers who get excited about each of those players. Something like that, maybe.
Yeah.
There are two different things here, and for most of the teams, we'll have two separate players. Some of them may have overlap. But let's just get right into it, and you'll figure out how it goes.
Yeah.
We'll start with Atlanta.
Yeah, it makes more sense as we go.
Yeah. So let's start with Atlanta for team play. For team play, who I picked Rachel Fairbanks for my choice here. So right now, I think she's playing pretty well, but there are some inconsistencies with the setting, and the team is not playing, or at least they're not attacking at their best. Granted, I'll give her the fact that the team, they swing at the ball.
Yeah.
So they swing a lot, and it means that they get blocked a lot or they make a couple errors, so it's getting a little bit inefficient. But that also leaves room for the reasoning being that the setting isn't perfect for their players every single time, so they're taking some wild swings.
Yeah.
Getting blocked, they're getting trap set a little bit. So to me, I think if she starts to step it up, the rest of the offense from the team can kind of come through and shine a little bit more.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think Rachel Fairbanks is really important. I mean, one, it's just the setting position. But also, yeah, I think the team has moved a little bit away from just being really good defensively, and that always helped, especially for a setter. Yeah. Especially for her, right, where she did have that injury last year too, where, maybe it does help when you have really good passing, you maybe don't have to move as much, stuff like that. But this year, no Kelsey Cook. I think that is, again, a huge thing. But that leads me into who I picked for the team play, which I picked Eva Hudson.
Nice.
Again, I think, she is, it's not really fair, but she is kind of the replacement when you're looking at just who the next outside is instead of Kelsey Cook, and that is a really high bar.
Yeah.
So it's going to be really hard to say that she ever gets to that level. But just for the sake of the team to play well, I think she has to play well. She is a left side. She is passing a lot. I think they do want to pick on her a little bit in serve receive, just to see what she's made of, especially because she is a rookie. But I think she's done pretty well so far. But again, I think, can she get more confidence throughout the season and be more comfortable? We'll see how she looks. She already started looking a little bit better after getting that first game under her belt.
Yeah, I think maybe those first couple of plays, especially before she got her first kill, I think, in the league, it was looking a little rough. She was looking a little bit more hesitant. And then as soon as she got that first kill, the momentum started to build. She started to look a lot better. Yeah. And that's the reason why I said that she's my choice for league growth for Atlanta. Yeah. So to me, I think she just, especially with that storyline as well, it kind of is this rookie who maybe had a little bit of a rough time to start off, but she's starting to build her confidence. She's starting to look better and better. Yeah. She's here to replace Kelsey Cook.
Yeah, that's the MVP from last season.
And she is starting to look better. She's starting to score a bunch more. She had a game-winning point. Yeah. So I think the confidence is really, really rolling here, and I think she can only look better and better. She has the energy that really can draw in a crowd, get her teammates excited. Yeah. I think she's going to be one of the most fun players to watch in this league, especially this year. So she's my choice for league growth, absolutely.
Yeah. Low-key, it kind of helps being in that nice arena, too.
The arena is very, very nice.
Got that really nice venue. I think that helps out. But I agree. I also had Eva Hudson. I think, again, just talking about the players that came in from college from last season, there was a lot of really great players. She was, to me, one of the breakout players that, drove her stardom. Of course, she was really good at Purdue the year before. But going from Purdue to Kentucky, that is a step, I would say.
I mean, that's a much more storied program for Kentucky there.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that went on with Kentucky, especially recently, that they won a national championship not too long ago. Could she have brought them back? She almost did. She brought them to the national championship. That is very close. But again, I think it's just that transition of bringing the college fans that might have liked her from Purdue or even Kentucky. Can she bring them into League One? I think that can definitely help. I mean, she is the fresh name. Again, you are trying to replace Kelsey Cook, who, again, was the MVP. It's a big role to fill. But again, I think she has that type of swagger and that spunk when she does play. And she's feeling good. Yeah. Then I think it's definitely a good thing to watch. Hopefully it gets more fans.
Yeah, I think also whenever she gets like really big kills, either in big moments or the play is just crazy itself.
Yeah.
Her energy, it really like accentuates the play.
For sure,
which is perfect for highlights, which is kind of what you want for drawing people into the league, into the sport. Seeing more highlights of her and how she reacts, I think it's perfect for league growth.
Yeah.
But now that means we can move straight on to the next team where we have Austin. So Austin's a pretty interesting one. I know they have very, very lofty expectations, but for me, my team play pick, I picked Maddie Kubik here.
That's fair, yeah.
Yeah, so for me, I think one of the problems that I'm having, not necessarily a big problem, but one of the issues I see with her game, at least to start the year, is that she's just not being too aggressive, especially when you have a lot of the big swinging offensive weapons on the team.
Yeah.
When she's that front row left side, it feels a little bit lacking, and almost as if the blockers can kind of sag away from her, focus a little bit more on the middle, focus a little bit more on the right side, especially because the back row it's getting utilized, but not too much.
Yeah, I think they're still trying to work that out.
Yeah, so it's not specifically there. So when Maddie Kubik kind of gets into Maddie Banks, when Maddie Banks kind of gets into her non-super offensive funks, I guess, it really punishes the rest of her team a little bit, especially because when she's tipping like that, a lot of the tips aren't like scoring necessarily tips. It's a lot of tips that just get picked up. Sometimes maybe it'll put the other team out of system.
Yeah.
Not really most of the time. They're still in system. They still have all 3 or 4 of their options. So I don't know if I like it that much versus some of the other scoring options that kind of exist. So I think once she steps up, she gets that aggression that she had in Nebraska or Omaha last year.
Yeah, especially late in the season.
Yeah, last year she was swinging at every single ball. It was almost as if there was like 2 Jordan Larsons on the court. It was amazing to see last year, and I think if she brings that same aggression, that same confidence, Maddie Banks will elevate this team to be a surefire favorite for the league. She's already like the best passing back row non-libero on the team anyways.
Yeah.
So I think she can just elevate her game even further, elevate the team even further.
Yeah, I could see that. My only thing with that is I just think that this team is just so good offensively. Like those top 2 weapons are so good that like in comparison, it does make her offense look a lot weaker. But if you did compare, like if she was still on Nebraska, I think her offense would still look pretty decent. But I agree with you where there are times where it does feel like if she was doing a little bit more or just playing more aggressive and free, I think that just helps out. It makes it easier for those top 2 weapons, Maddie Skinner, Logan Eggleston, to be able to score and open it up for them, especially if Maddie Banks is in the front row. I think it definitely helps. But for me, for team play, I have Bri O'Reilly. I think that's really important. Again, it's the setter for the team. You are touching them all the time. She did have a really amazing first match. That first match, I was like, oh man, Bri O'Reilly is going to be able to do it. She's going to make this team still look really good.
We were so bad.
Yeah, even with the setting change, I was like, oh yeah, this team is still going to be looking really nice. They still do look really good, but there are times where you still see missed connections with the middles, even with the outsides. There's still stuff that they have to work out. I think, again, if she gets into a flow, this team is still going to be really good. Because, again, it does help when you do have really good hitters. A setter can look really good, even if you aren't the best, but I'm not saying that she isn't. But it can help give you confidence as a setter when your hitters are just that good and they're able to score regardless of whatever you put up to them. But, can she get them more one-on-one looks? Again, I think this is a fairly balanced attack. You have a really good middle in Asia O'Neal. She's looking really good. I think if you get everyone involved, you can open up the game, get them more one-on-ones, make it even easier for them to score.
Yeah, I will say, at first, I really did think, oh yeah, she's a future. She's so good for this team. It's perfect.
Yeah, we felt like we're sleeping on her like crazy.
And then the next games happened, and it was a little bit like, oh, okay. A little bit of setting inconsistencies are here. It's not going to be perfect. Yeah. So when I was like, maybe not, but...
I think the expectations we were unsure, and then she had that killer first game. I'm like, oh, damn, she's like that.
Yeah.
And then you realize, oh, I mean, she's human. She's going to make mistakes. There's going to be misconnections, so it's just going to happen. But I think, again, just for this team, that is a position that they need to be really good for this team to be able to make that run to go back-to-back.
Yeah. I think we're still going to expect some good things. Maybe that was just like a little bit of a rough patch. Hopefully that's what it was, and things will turn up again maybe like the first game, and that first game wasn't the fluke part.
Yeah, it's still really early on.
Yeah, we'll see as the weeks continue to progress. But now moving on for league growth, I think this is super easy. We probably both picked the same person.
Yeah.
We both picked Maddie Skinner, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the easiest choice. She's one of the most popular volleyball players in the U.S. already. Yeah. But I'll say that she does need to keep improving her play, mostly because she, for some reason, keeps getting taken out of that game during that, like, double sub. And I don't really know why. I think if she can just elevate herself to be a player that can never be taken off the court, or basically almost never be taken off the court. Yeah. That's really, really where we want to be to see the league growth. Yeah. Because maybe as a fan, you see her get taken out, and maybe you're seeing like, oh, like, okay, she's getting taken out for Julianne Fawcett, who's a little bit more of that leadership role. Yeah. It's like, how good is she actually? Or, oh, I'm not seeing her on the court. Like, I'm a little bit more bored. I'm a little bit less interested. When she feels like she should be getting there, and I think she is.
Especially because they are pushing her like she is the superstar of the league.
Yeah.
Which I think she might be. I mean,
her and Lexi Rodriguez are everywhere for this league.
Yeah, I think, and to be fair, it makes sense. Yeah. Two of the best players that you want to push, they have the fans. I think it makes sense. But I agree. I think you're being a little more nice. I would say I just don't understand the coaching decision. I think you're making it. Again, I'm not disrespecting Eric Sullivan. I think he's a great coach. But still, I am very confused. I just think that she is, like, if not the best hitter on the team, what is the point of taking her out? I just don't see it. Yeah. Especially when it's not like they don't run her back row ever. They still set her in the back row when she does play, and it's not a 6-2.
She's debatably better at hitting back row than she is front row.
Yes, so. That's another thing that makes me think I don't really understand it. But I like that you're being optimistic. You're trying to say like, oh yeah, she just has to be that good where you don't ever take her off. Yeah. Which I agree. I think if she can do that, then yeah, there's no question that she's gonna be on the court.
I mean, to me, that's like the only way to do it, because right now it's like, oh, we don't really know. I mean, there is a reasoning for Eric Sullivan to be taking her out. It's for Julianne Fawcett's leadership.
Yeah, and you run the 6-2.
But it's like you just want her to be so good that she can't be taken off the court, that Eric Sullivan could not even consider taking her off. Oh, yeah, you know what? The leadership, let's just get it from the bench. Or maybe someone else on the court needs to step up into that leadership role. Yeah. But yeah, I need to see her on the court at all times, essentially, besides like if she's in a little bit of a rut, which actually does happen a little bit too often right now. Yeah. But yeah, if she's in a rut, or maybe like, I don't know, sometimes they just take her out just to take her out. So
yeah. I will say back to the league growth thing though. Yeah. Where I think, especially for maybe like a 10-year-old girl that's watching these games, she's not going to overthink it and be like, oh, they're running a 6-2, that's why she's not in, or whatever. Mm-hmm. They're just watching the game to have fun and enjoy watching good volleyball in the U.S. and maybe watch one of their favorite players, especially when she was in college. And when you're not thinking about it, and you don't see Maddie Skinner, who is plastered everywhere on any ad for this league, which makes sense again. Yeah. She should be. When she's not on the court, then that doesn't help the product when it's like, oh, well, like, why is she not playing? It doesn't, you know, these people that are not thinking and overanalyzing everything like us, they're not thinking about that, and it's going to be like, why is she not on the court? Is she hurt? I don't know. She's just not there. She's not playing.
Yeah, and I think it'd be a different story if the product was like getting a lot better because she's taken off the court. Like,
as on the court, like,
yeah. It was like, oh, like watching it, the game suddenly gets a lot more interesting to watch if you take her out for like these couple of rotations. I don't really think it gets that much better. I don't think Austin's situation gets that much better on the court play-wise.
I'm going to be honest, I don't think it does at all.
Yeah. So
that's just me though.
Yeah, so it's, I don't know. I feel like she just needs to get good enough that she can't get taken off the court ever. And I mean, she's the one that maybe not half the people watching the league came to watch, but she's one of the big stars of the league.
She's a huge attraction for the team.
Yeah. So
for the league even, yeah.
That makes sense. She's the most important for league growth here, and she just needs to, not that it's her fault, but I guess just step it up even more.
Yeah. Low key also, I was thinking about just throwing in whatever popular international player is. Koto Inoue has been playing amazing, and I'm just saying, Japan getting those fans to maybe watch the league at least a little bit, I think that's a great thing.
Yeah, I mean, it'll always be harder for them because the time zones is not very friendly.
Yeah,
for
but
them.
maybe at least you get them to watch, like, maybe the Japanese Americans, maybe, or something like that. Or also just watching the highlights, watching some of the matches just after the fact. I think that can help grow the league.
That is definitely for sure. I mean, the international players always help.
For sure.
Now, let's just move straight on to Houston here, where this one's pretty interesting. I'll maybe let you take this one first because I got a weird one for mine.
Yeah, it's going to be hard. I kind of couldn't pick just one.
Yeah.
So I'll just start with where I wanted to start. I'm going to start with Maddie Richel. Not that she's playing bad, but compared to how she played last year, which was really, really good, I was like, oh my God. Like, best outside duo, we were saying that last year. Houston had, like, the best outsides.
Yeah, like the best all-around outside duo.
Yeah, because they just both were able to pass really well, serve, receive, and they were both getting a lot of kills. I think for both Maddie Richel and Jess Merzick, they've both taken a step back. Yeah. Unfortunately, that has happened because we also were very high on Houston. I was super high on Houston. Yes, I was thinking that they could win it.
You were their fan, for sure.
And a lot of that was, I thought the outside core was going to be so strong that they could just win games based off of that. It hasn't really been like that, but again, we've seen her do it before. If she can get back to what she was last season, some really good production, scoring, and then passing, I think it's definitely going to be good still.
Yeah, I'll just take it from here and say that mine, I had a combined for both league growth and team play. I just said that generally it's Maddie Richel and Jess Merzick for both situations, basically.
Yeah.
Where the fact that they both took a step back is just not good for the team. I mean, I think it's the offense, it's even the defense and passing.
Yeah.
Really, every aspect kind of feels like it regressed.
Yeah.
And that just, one, doesn't make it fun to watch for the team, and two, as a duo, they were getting pushed a lot for this team.
Yeah,
it was like, oh yeah,
the
like,
whole TikTok thing.
Yeah, it's like, oh, they're one of the biggest advertisements for the team. So it was one of the bigger draws. Like, to see these like sister-looking players.
Yeah, like twins or something.
Yeah, like twin players.
It is funny.
Yeah, playing against their outsides.
Yeah, I won't lie, I did like it. I thought it was really funny.
No, it was really cool, and it just helped bring us like, oh yeah, we're excited to see them play again.
Yeah.
Then we saw them play again, and we're not excited anymore because the product, the play is not good, and they're looking now like one of the weakest outside cores in the league. So I think just overall, both of them need to find their form again and step up in that way, and Houston can be fun to watch again. But right now, it feels like we're watching the Jordan Thompson show, and she's like the only one to watch for this team when you really want the rest of the team there.
Yeah. I will say this did kind of happen last year too, but I kind of gave the pass of Jess Merzick. She was a rookie, and she just finished college. I don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Then she showed up later in the season, and she looked really, really good. And then I was really high on them coming into this year, where I thought Jess Merzick, I thought maybe this was her push to be maybe like, hey, you should consider me for the Olympics in LA. I don't know. Right now, I don't feel like it just because that's just how she's playing.
Yeah, I would not have her in that conversation.
And there are a lot of really good outsides that are really young right now, but I really want to believe that she can do that. Just being so utility, pass well, and score. I felt like maybe she could do that even though she might not be as physical as other outsides. I thought she maybe had that chance, but yeah. And I agree with the league growth thing. I thought just, recent graduate, it was last year. She was a national champion. I thought that already just brings in a lot of eyes into the league, just being like, oh yeah, this player, she was a star. She brought this team to the national championship. They won, and now she's joining this league. Bring the college fans over. It was Penn State out of all colleges too.
Yeah.
Right? One of the biggest storied programs. Bring that into League One. I think that is a huge thing for league growth. I think she can still do that, even this year. So I think that's, again, they can still grow based off of that. But it doesn't help when she's off to a slow start.
Yeah, the slow start, it's not
kind of the whole team, to be honest. I mean, they're 0-2, so it's not just them.
Hey, I'm
the whole team is kind of doing it.
Jordan Thompson, she's still doing her thing. She's doing the best with her situation.
Yeah,
it's just not a good situation right now.
Yeah.
Especially because Micah Hancock's kind of injured, and the fact that both outsides are not serve receiving or passing very well, it makes it hard for the injured Micah Hancock to fully get all of her sets perfect, and thus it makes it harder for the same outsides and Jordan Thompson. So not a great situation.
Yeah. And to cap it off, this is my other for team play for Houston to be really important. I think it's the libero position. Mm-hmm. And now I say that because there are two of them, right? There's technically three of them, But
Technically.
J-Will is not playing.
Yeah.
Shouts out to you. But Maya Sands and Lauren Bresenio, again, I think it is a really tough spot to be a libero that just came from college, and they weren't at the hugest schools. Again, they still really good liberos, but it's not Lexi Rodriguez from last year from last year. It's just not that type of vibe.
Yeah.
But they're both greats. It's just a really hard transition, I feel like. I just can only imagine what the type of serves look like compared to what it is in college.
Yeah.
And the hitters being way more physical.
Yeah.
The really physical college hitters are now just regular hitters. Just having to deal with pro stuff, I think it's really difficult for libero. But I think if they can at least just calm it down a little bit, especially with the passing just in general not being great.
Yeah.
If they can help bring in some steadiness from the back row, I think this team, again, can still look better. But that's yet to be seen.
Yeah, we basically just got into every single serve receive aspect of this team and being like, yeah, they need to step it up.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you're not gonna win games if you can't serve receive.
Yeah, it's looking rough for them, but there's still a lot of time in this league, so hopefully they'll get there.
Yeah, I mean, there's still definitely time to turn it around.
But let's move on to the next one. Another very interesting one here, where we have Madison as a team.
My team.
Yes, your favorite team. Yeah, kick us off then.
Okay, so for the team play part, I put Temi Thomas-Ailara. That was the initial one that came to me. Again, I think she has a huge thing that she has to step up into. Again, no Sarah Franklin. The right side position has been solid with Gong Shang-Yu. But Temi Thomas-Ailara moving back to the outside. I think that is huge. That is a huge transition.
It's adjustments to make again.
Yeah, you have to pass again, which is very difficult. And there aren't subs like that, especially like in college. You can't sub like that anymore. And I mean, they just changed League One rules where it's even more strict with substitutions. It's difficult to be doing the serve receiving when you weren't at all last year when you were in the game. You're just playing right side.
Yeah, I think she also is getting kind of lucky right now that in certain rotations, Gong Shang-Yu is able to take on that service role instead of her. Yeah. So she's able to take it easy, but hopefully you want her to get there where she can hold her own.
Yeah, and maybe they don't ever have to do that because you do have Gong Shang-Yu that is able to pass.
Yeah,
which does help.
It's not every single rotation.
Yeah, but I will say, I think just in general, just pin scoring as well for her. If she can, because she's so physical, she's such a great athlete. If she's able to do that, this team does have a lot of help. And hey, we're looking real good right now, baby. Let's go.
I mean, I agree. I had her also down just for my league growth as well, where I was like, she's like kind of hometown where she played that 1 year in Wisconsin.
And she was amazing.
Yeah, so I think she's bringing in fans there in her own right because she did help them. She helped lead them to that, I think it was semifinals that year. But yeah, I think she can be one of the biggest offensive weapons for this team. I think that's kind of the role that they're expecting her to step into. She's just not quite there yet. She is serving great, though, which is awesome. So props to her on that. It's just the actual attacking, hitting part. We've seen flashes of it, and when she gets there, I think they're going to be looking pretty dangerous. I mean, they're already really, really good right now. They're undefeated, so it's not like they particularly need it. But I had a different player for my team play, where I picked Anna Hawk for the team play aspect. I think she's already been absolutely insane, so this one isn't actually that critical, where she's been playing like out of her mind. To me, she already seems like the best blocking pin in the league, and she's like 5'11".
Yeah.
So that's absolutely absurd. She's gotten a bunch of solo stuff blocks. I don't even know what's going on with her. She's playing out of her mind. And then last year, I already had issues with her last year where I was like, she's not swinging at everything. She's taken a lot of easy tips. And this year, she's actually swinging a little bit more often. And when she's swinging, they're actually really good swings.
Yeah.
But again, I have the same issue here where there are a lot of times, even the announcers have called it out too, where sometimes she'll just tip the ball really easy. And most of the time, honestly, when she's tipping the ball, it's not a kill. So the other team's picking it up. They get another chance to. And I don't really want to blame the setting either. Last year, sure, I could do a little bit of that because Austin was having their own issues, inconsistencies. But this year, she's getting sets from Lauren Carlini, and almost all of the time, they're really good sets.
Yeah.
So there's some where she's just not taking a swing. She's just giving a free ball back over. I don't really like that. And if she can step it up, I think that instantly turns her into one of the best pins in the league.
Yeah, she's been looking amazing. And it's a great turnaround. Again, it kind of felt, and I guess we kind of talked about it with Maddie Kubik, or with Maddie Banks, where it was that she felt like she wasn't the best offensive option for Austin right now. It kind of happened to Anna Hawk as well. And it's really tough to be in that situation because you're comparing her to Logan Eggleston and Maddie Skinner. That's really difficult. But Anna Hawk has looked really great. I don't know if maybe there's just some rejuvenation that she's had being on a different team. Maybe that helps. But she's been looking amazing.
Could be the setting, Loki.
Hey, it's Lauren Carlini. I ain't gonna be complaining. Yeah, she's been great.
Now let's move on for league growth. I think for me, there was an easy choice here who's getting a little bit more action now, but I'm picking Rebecca Alec as my choice for someone who can really help with league growth. I mean, I feel like this one's pretty self-explanatory where she's one of the most popular players. She was one of the most popular players in college volleyball.
Yeah.
And she's still keeping that audience, and she's bringing that audience right here into Madison. And
yeah, another hotbed for volleyball.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people will be willing to watch her.
Yeah.
And I think as long as she just kind of finds her way more into the lineup right now, she's coming a little bit off the bench. She's starting some sets, coming off the bench for others, and playing some of them. But I think if she's able to solidify herself as a main middle blocker here, oh boy, for the league, oh my God. All the college volleyball fans who were already Rebecca Alec fans, especially because, she's got a little bit of that attitude. She's improved her game blocking and offensively.
I know. Yeah, it was an amazing story this past college season. So it's great to see her being able to play pro and do it at such a high level. I just want to see more of it too. Yeah. Like she's so exciting to watch. Just the energy that she brings on the court, it's just infectious.
She's a competitor. Yeah,
and I think it fits really well with Lauren Carlini, right? The leader of that team. It helps when you got another person that's real fiery like that. So I think that I agree with that for sure.
Yeah. But I have one last thing I want to say about her. One last thing is that I think she also helps league growth just kind of off the court here, where I think just her as a person, she's really big into like fostering like the volleyball community that she's a part of.
Yeah.
So I think she was doing it a lot in Nebraska already.
For sure, yeah.
So I think if she does the same type of thing for this Madison team,
it's
going to be pretty big for the league just to have a player who really likes to embrace her team's fandom and kind of cultivate it herself where she can draw in just that many players.
Yeah, I agree. And I think I think that makes so much sense. I mean, she was so heavily into helping out young players and maybe club players and just spreading just volleyball. I think she's great for that. So I definitely like that. But I'm going with another international player. I was saying that earlier. Gong Shangyu is so obvious to me. Bringing the Chinese market as one of the best Chinese players, that to me in itself helps international just fandom to bring it into League One, introduce them to League One even if they weren't already knowing about it. I think this is a great person to do it because, again, she is able to shine on this type of team. Shout out Annie Schumacher. But still, being able to shine on this team is so huge, and having such a big role right away is really great. And I mean, she looks amazing. She's playing great.
Yeah, just a reminder, she is the captain of the Chinese national team. So
yeah, if you didn't know.
Yeah, she is bringing, if you didn't hear the broadcasters say that every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But she is just bringing in that many fans. She is a staple for that Chinese national team. Not necessarily their biggest star. I mean, I think I'll still give that to Zhu Ting or... Yeah. But she is a very well-known name. She will bring people into watching this team, this league.
Yeah.
So I think just seeing her continue to perform really well. I think she was defensive player of the week last week already. I think if she continues, rack up those own awards for herself.
Yeah.
It's just even better and better for this league.
Yeah, I agree.
But now we can move on to Nebraska. This one is another very, very interesting one where for my team play, I kind of doubled down on it again the same way I did for Maddie Rischel and Jess Merzick.
Okay.
I just picked Jaylee Winters and Alexis Hart. They're kind of maybe a little bit more off the bench for Jordan Larson and Anna Bausch. So I think those two are kind of the main ones that are at least being relied on most of the time. But the problem is that both of those players are a little bit older.
Yeah.
And, the volleyball schedule, just volleyball in general, is pretty tough on the body. So they can't necessarily start or continue playing throughout every single set, every single game.
Yeah.
So you need both these players to come in, step up, and maybe if they're not necessarily starting, you still want them to be starting caliber.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my thing where they've each shown flashes in games or each had a game of their own, I believe, where they really performed well. But I kind of want to see that a little bit more consistently, especially with Jordan Larson and Anna Bausch looking like they are coming in and out of the lineup, active lineup, game to game, set to set. So I think just the outsides, finding a little bit of consistency because we're basically rotating between 4 different outsides right now.
It's a lot to deal with.
Yeah, so it's maybe even if they're taking those roles a little bit further where the older 2 players don't necessarily need to play.
Maybe,
but I wouldn't say that quite yet, but just to be able to come in situations where the older players need to come out, I think that they're the 2 key players because their outside position is really important.
Yeah.
So those are my 2 players for team play.
Yeah, and just for Nebraska really quick as a team, like you were saying, they're rotating like 4 different outsides.
Yeah.
And then they're using both setters. There's just a lot going on, a lot of moving parts.
The middles are also moving around a bunch too.
There's a lot of moving parts, which is very difficult. I do not envy Susie Fritz's position right now as the coach. That's going to be really hard, trying to figure out how to make all these pieces fit. Yeah. We'll see. I think this team still has the potential to do it. But for me, team play-wise, I also put Jaylee Winters, and I kind of singled her out because, again, I think especially last year, she did have some really good moments. And then even this year so far, she does have moments as well, but then you also see that they target her a lot in serve receive.
Yeah.
I think, of course, when you got Jordan Larson and Lexi Rodriguez as the other passers, that makes it really hard. But again, I think for this team, if Jaylee Winters is able to continue growing and improving, this team does have a lot of potential, especially when you're able to relieve a right side that is like Kimberly Drevniak. She's so amazing, but right now it does feel like she is the scoring option for this team.
Yeah, if you want an actual hard hit ball, they're pretty much going to her every time, or depending on how Jordan Larson and Bausch are feeling.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest problem to me, where you need the other outsides to kind of step up so that Kimberly Drevniak doesn't need to try and boom every single ball, especially sometimes when she is getting rocked and the block is fully there and stuffing her.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the numbers real quick. I don't have to rattle them off. It does make sense that you said Drevniak a lot, though. I mean, the numbers is crazy for her.
Yeah.
Jaylee Winters' numbers is really good, but again, I think it's the serve receive to me that could be really important, where, again, just not getting targeted every time. Because, again, I think that also makes it really hard for her when she has to hit as well. Because, I mean, they're just going to target her. She's going to have to...
basically take her out of the play.
Yeah, or she's going to have to pass into hitting.
Yeah.
It's just doing that the entire match is going to be difficult to do. So we'll see how it goes. But, again, I think just relieving some pressure from an Anna Bausch or Jordan Larson, and especially Kimberly Drevniak.
Now we can just go on to league growth. Again, this is a super easy one.
Yeah.
Where we have the other most popular player in the league, Lexi Rodriguez.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for her, obviously she's the most popular player in the league. I think she is, honestly. Yeah. I think, especially amongst like the youth, she is for sure the most popular, and it's not even close. And it's important that she continues to grow, because right now she does get a lot of highlights. She has a lot of great plays, a lot of great digs. I mean, we've already seen it in the few games that they've played already.
Yeah, she does look really good.
Yeah, but I think that there's still things that she can improve on, especially kind of taking a little bit more leadership in the back row, especially when Jordan Larson comes off the court. Yeah. I think that's a big one, because for last year she wasn't even the starting libero, so obviously there's a pass. But this year it's easier when Jordan Larson's on the court with her, because that's the leader of the team, basically.
She has command of the court.
Everyone's defaulting to her. You can rely on her to kind of take that leadership role, especially in serve receive in defense.
Yeah.
But now that she doesn't necessarily play every set or isn't playing the whole time, Lexi Rodriguez kind of needs to step up, take that leadership role. And I think once she does, it'll make herself just look even more impressive.
Yeah.
So I think if she does that, she'll get even more highlights. People will love watching her even more. She's going to look like an absolute monster on the defensive end. She'll look like, I don't know, like Kojima, like J-Wo.
Yeah.
She's going to be up there with them in terms of highlights and skill and acclaim. So I think if she just steps it up a little bit more, takes on that leadership role. I don't even think it's a skill part. It's literally just the leadership part. She can do all the defensive plays. She can pass the ball, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, just the leadership part, I think that's a key thing for her.
Yeah, I agree. I also had her. I did write someone else down, but I agree with Lexi Rodriguez for sure. Again, Nebraska, you already know that all the fans are going to be there.
Yeah.
And then they travel. You know that for sure from even college. They are there packing the stadium, wanting to watch Lexi Rodriguez. There's that whole thing where she wasn't playing last year, and everyone was like, oh my God, why is she not playing? I'm just saying. You have the Olympic libero from the U.S.
Oh,
it doesn't really make
nice.
sense. You got to think about it a little bit, or you don't even have to think about it a lot. That should just be obvious.
Yeah.
But now that the spot has opened up for her, you're able to see her play a lot more. I think just, again, with more confidence, you can just see that the stardom is going to come. She'll be able to fill that out, and it'll be really good. League growth, definitely getting the college fans, get more Nebraska fans to watch. That's going to be really easy. The other one for me is getting Anna Carolina da Silva.
Or Carol.
Yes, or Carol, however you want to put it. And also just her wife and Anna Bausch, that is just awesome. I think the story
It's a great
of
story.
having both of them and being able to play on the same team again is just so amazing. It's so cool. But Carol is so good, man. Again, you think, oh, she is a little bit older. Like, who knows how she's going to look? Of course, she was still just playing in the Olympics and everything. So she's still really good. But still, legendary Brazilian player, Olympian. I think this, again, just helps further growing the league internationally. Brazil fans are huge, too.
Yep.
Get them into the market. I think this is great.
And kind of paving the way for other maybe Brazilian players to also start joining the league.
Yeah,
if
be
we
open
wanna-
to it.
Yeah, if we want to start evolving the game that way, especially with more teams joining League One next year, it's really opening up the league. You have spots to fill. Why not get some more international players? This is opening the way. I also wrote her down as an option because, she's just that good and that popular.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
I mean, there's nothing really improving that I wrote down for her play. It's more like, hopefully she can just, like, continue to stay healthy.
Yeah, I think it's just health for her. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we've already seen her have to, like, sit out some sets because I'm assuming, like, middle blocker is draining. She's already not the biggest middle blocker, and she's 34. So.
But when she's on the court, damn, she's good, though.
Yeah.
She's still killing it.
Yep. And in that same vein, I just also wrote down Jordan Larson for basically the same exact reasons where I have no real criticism of how she's playing. I mean, she's 37, so, like, what am I supposed to say? Like,
But also, when
why
she's
are you jumping
playing
up?
and she's trying,
Yeah.
because there's times where, like, it's not even a diss. It just, like, feels like she's just playing regularly.
I mean, she's just gassed, I think.
But then when she's trying, it's like, damn, she's still like that.
Especially because they've had, like, a bunch of five-setters. Her and Carol and Bausch are not playing the five-setters in full capacity every single time. Especially when they have to do multiple back-to-back weeks. It's like, it's just not convenient for them. It's not good on their bodies.
Yeah, it's a tough ask to
mean,
have them try and carry the load.
Nebraska, stop going 5 sets. God.
Yeah, and I think the last thing for Jordan Larson is maybe it's a huge thing that she's retiring, right, after the season. Everyone knows that at this point. But maybe it's also just the passing of the torch. Maybe passing of the torch to the next new guard of the really good USA players. Mm-hmm. Can that happen? And, you know, with the founding athletes that are gone right now, because
almost all of them.
Yeah, and there's three of them that are pregnant.
Yeah.
Haley Washington's still dealing with some injuries, so she's not playing all the time. I think there's just a need for star USA volleyball players, and maybe this is a good way to pass the torch. This is a good time to do it with that type of things happening where she is retiring. So maybe that could be good. Maybe it's not good. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's still going to be around, and everyone's going to see her. So
I mean, she's part of that Nebraska ownership group anyways.
Yeah.
So.
Or maybe you won't see her because she does feel like she is like low key and she don't really want to do much and doesn't want to be on camera. But
maybe we won't see her too much in the spotlight.
The presence will be felt though.
Yes, absolutely. But now it's time for the last team, the 6th team here. We have Salt Lake. This is a pretty important one, but for my team player here, I mean, she can also fit into the league growth a little bit more, but I have Alexa Gray as my choice here for just team play. I think that she's already had a great game versus Houston.
Yeah.
So that was that one game. But then she had a tougher game against Madison where she didn't look as good.
Yeah.
So it was like we saw one flash of her being like an all-league type of player, top of the level. And I think if she can maintain that, it's huge for the team because they are kind of missing that star pin hitter.
Yeah.
So you really want a really good pin. I really felt like she was going to be able to take up that mantle right there in the first game. And then the second game versus Madison happened, and I went, okay, maybe I was jumping to conclusions a little bit too fast.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, it's first week. Let me chill.
My bad. I was expecting a little bit too much, but I think there were still positives from the Madison game. She was actually still passing okay when she was on the court.
Yeah.
And defending okay. So it's more like getting everything going at the same time, the offense, the defense, all together. I think she's key for Salt Lake there, just improving as a team, having that reliable outside hitter that they're kind of missing right now because they're kind of rotating through everyone. But Aside, she's not necessarily my league growth player that I put in, but I think she's also important there because she's in Salt Lake. She was a BYU player.
Yeah.
I think she herself is she might be the only BYU player. I don't really remember off the top of my head.
I don't know, yeah.
But her being a star player there would really bring in all the BYU fans again. I mean, they really love their players.
Oh, man. So. If you got BYU fans into League One, it's going to be crazy.
The Salt Lake games might be the craziest games to watch.
Yeah, that might actually be the best games. I think the only way you could do it is if Hawaii players traveled, watch Amber GD or something. Yeah. Yo, that would be crazy.
That would be
insane.
Yeah.
For me, I got her sister. I'm just kidding. It's Serena Gray. They're not sisters.
Yeah.
But I just had to be funny. But Serena Gray has looked amazing. She was at Pitt. She was a huge reason why that team was really good. And she's showing it again now, getting that playing time. She's looked really, really good. And, I think there was a little bit of time where you were unsure about her play.
I think even last year.
Yeah, making that transition from college into pro. I was a little unsure about how it was going to look. Right now, there's no question about it. She definitely deserves to be in the pros and playing like this. She's been so amazing. So again, I think if she keeps that up, this team does look a lot more difficult to beat, having a really strong presence in the middle.
I mean, she's also been their number one most reliable hitter.
Yeah.
So far this season.
And it's a middle.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy that it is from middle, but also that's a problem because it's a middle.
Yeah.
She's not on the court half the time.
Yeah.
So that's its own problem, but she's doing the best that she can, and if she can get even better and continue to play at this level.
Yeah. She's still really young too.
Yeah. Salt Lake is looking great if she continues like this.
Yeah. I had a quick other one just for the team. I also put Heidi Casanova.
Yeah.
Again, there's the whole thing with Skylar Fields. They split time last year just with health-related things. We'll have to see how the opposite position kind of develops. But for right now, I think, again, it's going to be really important to have that right side be really productive, being able to score. Because, they were doing that last year, right? Heidi was starting really, really well. Skylar Fields also played really amazing last year. Just figuring out, can they get more production from the opposite, being able to score, I think that does help this team a lot.
Absolutely agreed. I think she would be another go-to pin attacker that you kind of expect.
Yeah.
So that's another weird one where it's you really want a star pin here. It's not happening quite yet.
Especially when it feels like every single team has a go-to right side that is just killer.
Yeah.
Pretty much every team that does. Yeah.
Actually, every team does.
Yes.
So it is pretty important in the women's game now to have basically your strongest hitter being your right side.
Yeah.
Or at least one of your top two hitters being your right side.
Yeah.
So that is an important thing for Salt Lake to kind of achieve. They are just not looking that great offensively right now.
Yeah. But again, they did that last year. They had a really good opposite duo that was playing throughout the season. Mm-hmm. Just can they replicate it?
Yeah.
And then we'll see. I think Salt Lake, again, will still look really good.
And then now kind of combining a team play and league growth one that is just a quick mention for me. I have Haley Washington, where basically we just need her to play.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what's going on with the knee, Haley? Oh, we miss you on the court.
I know. I won't lie. That was. I'm pretty sure that was one of our first questions when we asked her when we met her. Yeah. We're like, please tell me that you're gonna be healthy soon because we want to see you play again.
She was working on it. Guess it's still not going that great.
Yeah. I know. Because, man, if we could go out to a League One game and we get to see her play, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Because that's when we saw her 10 plus years ago when we saw her play in college.
Yeah.
If we could watch her play in the pros again, that'd be amazing. At least for us. Yeah. Meeting her was already, that was crazy.
Full circle type of thing. It'd be so sick, but
she has to be healthy.
Yeah.
And hey, if she doesn't play so she can be healthy, man, screw it. Do it. I want her to be healthy. I don't care.
Health
needs to be
first,
healthy.
obviously.
Yeah.
But we just want her to be healthy because the team would be so much better with her. The league would be so much better with her. She's one of the most outgoing, fun players in the league already. In the U.S., basically.
To me, she's a league ambassador.
Yeah.
I think she's just so amazing for that. That fits her. And that's a great role for her. Just if she's able to support that with her playing, it'd be amazing because she's undoubtedly one of the best middles.
Yeah.
And that's not even in the league. I'm talking about in the world too.
Yeah.
So if she could just play, man, it'd be amazing.
Yeah. That's just, this is a big what if right now, you know?
Yeah. But on a lighter note, for me, I had to put another middle, the youngest middle, Afena Kasapala.
Yes.
Again, I think if she is able to play on the court, again, we'll have to see. Tori Dixon is also looking really good right now. So the middles are popping off for Salt Lake. But if Fenna Kasapala gets more playing time, again, she's such a physical, sassy, dominant player in the middle. It'd be amazing to see her. I mean, she just won the Natty. Low-key for Houston, if we could see Logan Lednicki a little bit more, that'd be great too. But if Fenna Kasapala, if she can do that, I think, again, that pumps up the Salt Lake team a lot. Just because, hey, those Aggie fans are crazy too. We witnessed that this season.
Yeah, I also had her down for my league growth player, and I think her just coming off the national championship is really, really key. And I think not only key for the league, but also key for her own personal brand, which is why I hope to see her get some playing time.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, it's like maybe she wasn't necessarily getting the most press, the most praise before this season happened.
For sure she wasn't.
Yeah, but then now that the season is going on, she wins the national championship.
Yeah.
This is her time to really continue to grow, continue to shine, gain more fans, and just seeing her not on the court right now kind of sucks. I mean, it doesn't appear to be anything injury related because she's not on the injury list.
Yeah.
But she's still not seeing the court, and I kind of want to see her see the court.
Yeah.
It'll help her. I mean, it sucks that she just won the national championship. Sure, obviously she deserves rest.
Yeah.
We're not trying to work her to the bone or anything like that.
Yeah.
But we just want to see her how she looks in the pros because she was dominating the college level.
Yeah, and I do really want to see her get more recognition. Of course, I mean, she was amazing this past season. But also you have to think about it. Let's be honest. When you thought about A&M, you were thinking about Logan because she was so amazing. And then right before that, she was in the VNL. I thought, again, that's just a lot of press for her and recognition, which she completely deserves. But then Fenna wasn't able to get as much of that until they were going crazy this season. They were doing great things in the SEC. They went in to win the national championship. Then it was like, oh, Fenna was so amazing. She was great. If you weren't locked in, you might not have known that. But now let's see. Hopefully she can do more of that in the pros.
Yeah, I mean, I don't exactly know what's going on where we haven't seen her yet, but hopefully we will soon, and all our worries will go away.
Yeah, I'm counting on it. I'm counting on it.
Yeah, that'll wrap up our key players for each of the League One teams. So thank you guys so much for watching. In the comments, let us know who your own key players or who your favorite players to watch are for your favorite team or any of the teams, really.
Yeah, I just want to know who is your favorite player. I think that's so amazing because I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know. It's really hard to pick a favorite player to me, especially in League One. So let us know. That'd be great.
I'll just share my own right now. Right now, I'm really liking Logan Eggleston as basically one of my favorite players to watch.
Yeah.
And if Anna Hawk continues to play like that, she's a strong number 2 for me because just seeing a shorter player popping off like that, especially the blocks.
Yeah. Like for me last year, I think I eventually really, really liked Jess Merzick. I liked her a lot in college, but last year she was so amazing. I still really like her. I know she's not off to the best start. And then, Lauren Carlini, baby.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, but just share who your favorite players are. Thanks again for watching. Please like and subscribe.
Run it up.
Yep, and we'll see you guys next time.